Today's lesson title is Columbus on Trial. So, what does that mean? How can we put a man who's been dead for 500 years on trial? Well, as you know, if you haven't been sleeping your life away in the past year or two, our country is rapidly changing, or at least trying to change, and there's a whole lot of friction caused by that effort to change. And one of the big things we're trying to change, or trying not to allow to change, depending on which side of the argument you're on, is the way that we tell history. So, for many years, history was taught from the perspective of the white European story. Because let's face it, the white European people are the ones who kind of came out on top and won the battle. And that's what became America, became the United States. And for a long time, that history was taught as sort of like, that's a great thing. Yay, we won. We're the best, right? And maybe we are the best. I'm not trying to say we're not. However, what we have started to do is to tell the story of the other people who did not win. And that makes some people nervous, because when we tell their story, it makes America look not as great. It can make the United States look, or European culture look like it was a bully, like it was evil at times, careless, lacked empathy, all of those things. So now when we teach the American history story, we tell all sides of the story. We tell about the bad things that Europeans did to win that battle. We tell about the losers side of the story, the Native American side, the African American side, and all of that, just as much as we tell the traditionally taught version, we call it Eurocentric version, where we used to just teach it as, let's look at what happened and look how great it turned out to produce America, while sort of ignoring much of the not so pretty stuff. So that's really been flaring up a lot lately, with our country and a younger generation, and the more liberal part of our country has started to demand, basically, that we stop sort of putting our white European culture up on a pedestal and ignoring the Native American and Black American story, because those people were sort of taken advantage of, obviously, along the way. So that's why we're putting Christopher Columbus on trial today. There's a huge movement to completely dishonor Christopher Columbus, and all over the country right now, current events going on here, they're trying to take down statues that have been put up to Christopher Columbus. Some people are calling for the changing of the name of cities like Columbus, Ohio, or the Washington, D.C., which is named after George Washington, and the D.C. stands for District of Columbia, which is Christopher Columbus. So that's what this putting Columbus on trial thing is. How far do we want to take it? Do we want to take it so far that we just tear down statues and kind of wipe Columbus's accomplishments, whatever those might have been, off the map, and just not even talk about them, and throw him into the trash heap of history? Or is there something else we need? Maybe we keep his statues up, but put up other statues or other information about the Native American people and their side of the story, so that we don't forget how they were treated. So there's a whole bunch of arguing going on. Some people think the liberal people that are calling for this removal of Columbus and kind of trashing Columbus have gone too far, and they're trying to pull it back and say, we can't erase our history. I'm not ever going to tell you what to think, but I'm going to tell you a lot of things to think about and make you think and make you make up your own mind. That's why we're putting Columbus on trial today. We're going to watch some videos. One video is a guy in support of Columbus and keeping his statues up. The other video is going to be sort of anti-Columbus. You're going to act as the jury, and you're going to have to weigh out all the evidence and make that decision. So here's your directions. Take the document called Columbus on Trial. What is it called? It's called Christopher Columbus on Trial Notes Document. Open that and put it in Notability, and you'll be able to fill in the notes as you watch these videos and submit those notes for points. And then you'll be able to use those notes to complete your exit ticket, where you have to kind of justify the decision you made about Columbus. So that's what we're doing today. And get ready, because we're going to start in just a minute.